San Antonio builders are not created equal in 2025. The difference between the top builders and the bottom tier could literally cost you thousands in repairs within the first year alone. I toured over 500 new homes across San Antonio last year, and what I'm seeing is truly shocking. Some builders offering sub 4% interest rates, while others are still charging 7% for nearly identical homes just a few miles apart. Today, I'm ranking every major builder from worst to best in each price bracket so you don't make a $500,000 mistake. Let's go ahead and start with the most affordable options here in San Antonio. These are gonna be those entry-level builders, typically under $300,000, perfect for you first-time homebuyers or military families looking to PCS to San Antonio, and really anyone looking for the best bang for their buck. First up, we have Lennar, a builder that is all over San Antonio and definitely satisfies a specific price point. They focus on that $165,000 to $250,000 range, with homes ranging from tiny one bedroom, about 800 square foot, all the way up to 4-bedroom properties. Here's the thing though, if you can afford to pay $240,000 or more, you probably don't want a Lennar home. Well, at least here in San Antonio. The build quality is honestly pretty questionable. They put those houses up very, very quickly, and you're looking at mostly full siding exteriors, especially in their Colonial series. Although in their Brookhaven series, they do have options for stone and brick. The difference between the series is really just gonna be price point. They're a production builder, not necessarily a quality builder. Though in their Brookhaven series, they do offer some stone and brick options. The differences between the two products is really just going to be the price. But trust me, there's some better choices if you can stretch your budget even just slightly. The one advantage, they always have move-in ready homes available across all of San Antonio. And they often prepay for competitive interest rates. I've seen them offer as low as 4.75 when the market was much, much higher. So if you need something immediately at the absolute lowest price point, they're an option. But trust me, even if you can go a little bit higher, there are better choices. While Lennar's interest rates sound impressive, wait until you hear what D.R. Horton is offering right now. It's literally changing the affordability equation for buyers in 2025. But first, let's move up to KB Homes, which offers something that the others simply just don't: serious customization at this price point. Unlike Lennar, KB lets you get incredibly granular with your selections. You pick everything from flooring to fixtures to cabinet colors, making the home feel a lot more personalized. The biggest downside is KB doesn't typically have many move-in ready homes available. In most neighborhoods, you'll find probably anywhere from 3 to 5 quick move-in homes at any given time. That's really because KB is more of that semi-custom home builder where you get to pick a lot and build from the ground up. This creates two challenges. First, if you need a home quickly, like many of my military clients, your options are going to be very limited. Second, quick move-in homes that they do offer often are homes that someone else designed but couldn't close on, meaning you're stuck with their colors and their finishes. However, KB does offer decent incentives, typically around $20,000 towards your closing costs and interest rate buydowns. Today's market, that might get you to about a 6.25 or maybe just under a 6%, depending on your situation. Definitely not as aggressive as some of the competitors, but it certainly does help. KB's customization options are awesome, but our next builder offers something that might just be even a little bit more valuable for most San Antonio buyers. Next up is Centex, a sister company to Pulte. They build all over San Antonio and offer a significant step up in quality. Their homes feature better finishes inside and out, with most of their 1- and 2-story homes including stone facades rather than just the siding exteriors. What truly sets Centex apart from KB is going to be the inventory availability. In most neighborhoods, they'll have over 20 quick move-in homes ready at any given time. This gives you tons of options without having to wait 6 to 8 months for construction. When I took a client to a Centex neighborhood last month, Horizon Ridge, they had 23 different homes available in that neighborhood alone. Their warranty is also better than the competition. They offer a 5-year warranty against water infiltration, which gives you more peace of mind about potential leaks in the property. On the financing side, Centex typically offers around a 5.5% fixed interest rate, which is pretty solid in today's market. Plus, they give you substantial closing cost assistance ranging from $20,000 to $30,000. For VA home buyers, this often means you come to the table with literally nothing out of pocket. And for those FHA buyers, you'll typically just need your down payment. My clients consistently preferred Centex over KB and Lennar, and the only things really keeping them from that top spot is they don't build in quite as many neighborhoods and their interest rate programs aren't as good as our next builder. If you're looking for the best combination of affordability, quality, and availability under $300,000, D.R. Horton takes the crown. They build literally everywhere in San Antonio, and their neighborhoods typically have amazing amenity centers with pools, playgrounds, and community spaces. I'm talking about they literally look like water parks in your backyard. In most of their communities, homes under the 2,000 square foot mark stay under that $300,000 range. And you still get a lot more standard features than the competition. Take their Express series. Even these budget-friendly options offer better finishes than what you'll find with Lennar or Centex. If you step up to their slightly higher-end traditional series, you'll get dual sinks, a tub, and a shower in the primary bath, alongside standard backsplashes. These are features that other builders either charge extra for or simply just don't offer. The real game changer though is going to be their financing. That's 2 to 3% below market rates. For a $300,000 home, that saves you anywhere from $300 to $500 per month compared to current market interest rates. They also consistently have the most available homes. I toured Riverstone at West Point the other day, and they had over 40 properties available. And of all these builders, D.R. Horton is the most willing to negotiate, especially on their older inventory homes. For military families, PCS into San Antonio, first-time home buyers, or really anyone looking for the best value around $300,000, D.R. Horton is my top recommendation for 2025. While D.R. Horton offers impressive amenities and homes, they're nothing compared to our luxury ones, in which we'll discuss here in a minute. But first, let's move to our mid-range builders that offer homes typically between $325,000 and $500,000. This is where a lot of my clients end up, especially those relocating from out of state or families looking for a little bit more space than what you'll find with the entry-level options. What separates these mid-range builders from the entry-level options we discussed isn't just the price. It's the level of detail and quality you'll see the moment you walk through the door, especially with my #1 pick in this category. But before we dive in, if you're planning a move to San Antonio or just want to stay updated on the real estate market, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and newsletter. I send out weekly updates on new construction communities, interest rate trends, and neighborhood spotlights that you won't find anywhere else. Just click the link in the description to join thousands of other San Antonio homebuyers who get the inside scoop before anyone else. First up, we have Meritage Homes. And let's be real, Meritage builds a great product, but compared to the other builders in the price range, they're the least favorite based on my experience with clients. The biggest downfall here is bang for your buck. You don't get as much or as nice of a home for the price point when you compare it to the competition. Meritage typically starts around $350,000 and go all the way up to $600,000, really depending on the neighborhood and floor plan. While they do build all over San Antonio, which gives you a lot of location options, they don't always offer competitive interest rate programs that most of the other builders do. One major advantage of Meritage is its energy efficiency. They're one of the only builders that's been using expanding spray foam insulation for years, which can make a huge difference on your energy bill in our San Antonio summers. And trust me, when it's 110 degrees outside, you'll appreciate that extra insulation. Another thing to watch out for, they sometimes build in flood zones, whereas most builders won't. Currently, they have about 161 homes available across San Antonio, which might sound like a lot, but when you factor in how many neighborhoods they're in, that's not a ton of inventory per community. If energy efficiency is your top priority, Meritage deserves consideration. Otherwise, I think there's better options in this price range. Next up, we have Pulte, which offers a significant step up from Meritage in the price bracket. They typically start at about $325,000 to $350,000 on their lower end and go all the way up to just over $500,000 on their larger homes. Unlike Meritage, Pulte often lets you build from the ground up in many of their neighborhoods, giving you a lot more options during the building process. The bang for your buck is much better here. You typically get more square footage, nicer exteriors, and better finishes than you will with Meritage. Pulte also consistently offers competitive interest rate programs, very similar to what I mentioned with Centex, their sister company. This can save you hundreds of dollars each month compared to where the current market's interest rates are at. One of the biggest advantages of Pulte is the neighborhoods they build in. They tend to get into better master plan communities with impressive amenity centers. If you have kids who want a pool or you're looking for walking trails and community spaces, Pulte neighborhoods typically deliver. Similar to Centex, they also offer additional warranties. They give you that standard 1-year everything, 2-year system warranty, and 10-year structural warranty, but they also include that 5-year water penetration warranty. Similar to what we talked about earlier with Centex, they offer the standard 1-year everything, 2-year system, 10-year structural, but they have the additional water penetration for 5 years, which is huge for peace of mind. We're now getting into some of my favorite builders in the price point. Coventry Homes has a very distinct style that a lot of my clients absolutely love. The designs have a little bit more character and architectural detail than more of the basic builders we've previously discussed. What stands out with Coventry is the value. For example, I recently just toured a neighborhood where they had a 2,500 square foot 5-bedroom home for just $425,000. That's an incredible deal for the quality you're getting. They also have a bunch of different options, similar to a 3-bedroom option around 1,600 square feet in the high 300,000s. Their interest rate programs are also among the best in the industry. Currently, they're offering a 2-1 buy down at a 2.99%, which pretty much means for the first year, you'll have a 2.99, year 2, you'll have a 3.99, and then for year 3 through 30, you'll have a fixed 4.99. On top of that, they typically cover at least 3% of your closing costs, and often they'll do more if you're willing to negotiate. Fun fact, here at the Starks Real Estate Group, we love to negotiate. While Coventry's interest rates are impressive, my top pick in this category offers something even more valuable that I'll show you just in a moment. Finishes that would cost you anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 in upgrades with other builders. Coventry primarily builds on the northeast and northwest side of San Antonio with less presence on the south side. They typically have anywhere from 10 to 30 homes available in each neighborhood, giving you good options for quick move-ins, but they do still allow you to build from the ground up in almost every one of their neighborhoods. Their price range is also pretty broad, from about $375,000 all the way up to $800,000, but I think where they really shine is between $400,000 and $550,000. They build homes from the low 300,000s all the way up to nearly $1 million. But where they truly excel is going to be the options between $350,000 and $500,000. The finishes in Ashton Woods homes at this price point are bar none, simply unmatched by the competition. In neighborhoods like Megan's Landing, you can find incredible deals like 1,800 square foot 3-bed, 2-bath homes for $364,000 or 2,000 square foot 4-bed, 3-bath for just over $400,000. They currently offer a 70-foot lot, about a quarter of an acre, with a 3,000 square foot home, but when you step up to their slightly higher end offerings, the value gets even better. For example, they have 70-foot wide lots, huge 1-story homes for the mid $500,000. That kind of space is increasingly rare when you think of new construction in this price point. Ashton Woods also offers amazing interest rate programs. Currently, they are offering a fixed 3.75 interest rate. To be honest with you, that's because their fiscal year does end next month, so they're trying to push and sell as many homes as possible, but they always do offer some sort of competitive rate. The previous months before this was a 3.99 fixed, and then before that, they did a fixed 4.5 with a 2-1 buy down. So almost always they're going to have a great financing situation for you. While they don't build everywhere in San Antonio, they do have communities in most desirable areas. Each neighborhood typically has anywhere from 5 to 10 move-in ready homes available, giving you decent inventory options across San Antonio. Between the superior finishes, excellent interest rates, and fantastic value, Ashton Woods consistently wins over my clients in this price point. When my clients are deciding between Coventry and Ashton Woods, it often comes down to the aesthetic preferences, as both builders deliver exceptional value. Now let's talk about the highest tier. These homes typically are over $500,000. When you get to this price point, we're looking at builders who deliver exceptional quality, unique designs, and premium features. At this level, all the builders are excellent, but it really is going to come down to the little differences that can help you find the perfect match for your style and your priorities. First off, we have Chesmar, which is an amazing builder, but they do tend to be least frequently chosen by my clients in this luxury tier. And it's not because they aren't good, it's because the competition at this level is just so strong. What's great about Chesmar is its extensive footprint. They build literally everywhere in San Antonio, up and down I-35, all throughout the Northwest, and all over Bernie. This gives you a ton of location options that some of the other luxury builders just can't match. Where I think Chesmar really shines is with its larger lots. If you're looking for a half or full acre property, Chesmar has some excellent options in neighborhoods like Regency Ranch, full acres, Kaliza Reserves, half acres, and Petrenko Oaks, also half acres. They do also build in 3 Oaks, which is 65-foot wide lots, and several other communities with generous home sites. Something to keep in mind with Chesmar is they do have a very distinct style. Most of their homes do feature a combination of stucco and stone exteriors. And then on the inside, you'll find vinyl flooring throughout and some pretty unique kitchen layouts. They're very known for having a double island design in most of their floor plans, which some of my clients absolutely love. From a technical standpoint, their build quality is excellent. I mean, they use what's called the zip system on their exteriors, which creates a very tight seal against the elements. Some of their neighborhoods also use spray foam insulation in the attic, and when you combine the two, it makes a huge difference in your energy bill. While Chesmar does offer design center options if you build from the ground up, they typically don't have as many quick move-in homes available as some of the other builders on this list do. If you need to move quickly, this could be a limitation. Monticello Homes, like Chesmar, has a very distinct style that appeals to a specific buyer. The big news with Monticello is that they were recently acquired by Dries Homes, so they're currently rebranding as Dries, which could bring some exciting changes. The biggest limitation with Monticello is its limited footprint. They only build in a handful of neighborhoods, a few communities in Bernie, some on the north side of San Antonio, and a couple in New Braunfels. This limited availability is one reason why they often aren't chosen as frequently by my clients. Where Monticello really stands out is with their two-story designs, specifically in the Bernie area. They built some absolutely gorgeous two stories that have unique looks and feels. Their exteriors almost always feature stone and stucco combinations, kind of similar to Chesmar, and the inside you'll typically find really nice design options within their design centers. And speaking of the design centers, they do offer a design center experience where you can go in and build from the ground up, selecting your lot and customizing your own home. They also do maintain some inventory homes in most of their neighborhoods for quick move-ins. And their biggest drawback has to be their pricing tends to be higher than comparable homes from other builders. For example, I recently toured a 2,800 square foot two-story home on a 70-foot wide lot, and it was priced at nearly $900,000. When you think what you can get from other builders at that price point, Monticello often comes up short from a value perspective. One significant advantage on the horizon is their connection to Dries. As they transition and become Dries Homes, we may see expanded offerings, and we're already seeing a few new neighborhoods coming up in the future. Next up is going to be Highland Homes. They build in various locations throughout San Antonio, with options starting around $500,000 in most of their neighborhoods, though they do have some more affordable homes in communities such as Vita. Highland and Perry homes are often compared because they have similar quality levels, but their styles are quite different. Where Perry tends to be more contemporary, Highland often incorporates more of a farmhouse-inspired element, but that is depending on the neighborhood you're looking at. One major advantage that Highland offers is its interest rate programs. Currently, they're offering a fixed 4.99% interest rate on most of their inventory homes, which is significantly better than what Chesmar and Monticello typically offer. Highland's architectural design is very distinctive. They're known for incorporating very large windows, many of which are still operable. While they do allow you to build from the ground up, Highland offers fewer floor plans than their competitors. For example, in Mayfair, they have 14 plans in their 50-foot series and about 8 to 10 in their 60-foot series. This is a decent variety, but definitely not as extensive as what Perry currently offers. Highland's 4.99 interest rate is very impressive, but there's a reason why it's not my prime choice, which I'll review to you guys very shortly. Highland homes are sometimes less negotiable than Perry, though they often discount their homes up front without you having to negotiate. It really comes down to the specific style you prefer between these excellent builders. While not all of their features come standard, Toll Brothers does offer incredible optionality that I've rarely seen matched by other builders. They do include many premium feature standard like 8-foot doors and high-end finishes, but the real advantage is how much you can customize and upgrade the house. Similar to Chesmar, Toll Brother excels with larger lots. They build in communities like George's Ranch, Enchanted Bluff, and Chavano Highlands, all featuring generous home sites. They even have a 55 and older community in Esperanza with 65-foot wide lots. What's surprising is that Toll Brothers has become increasingly more affordable in certain San Antonio areas. They now have neighborhoods with homes starting in the $350 to $400 range, which is remarkable when you think about their quality level. If you're someone looking to spend up to $800 or even over $1 million on a truly premium home with all the bells and whistles, Toll Brother delivers an exceptional result. The attention to detail and premium features are just simply outstanding. The only reason they're not in my top spot is that most buyers aren't really looking to maximize upgrades and premium features. Rather, they're looking to best balance quality, value, and style. Before I reveal my #1 luxury pick, I should mention that while Toll Brothers excels at high-end customization, my top choice has managed to incorporate similar quality while maintaining a price point that is actually attainable for most move-up buyers. Perry Homes takes the top spot in this luxury tier for several compelling reasons. First, they build everywhere in San Antonio except for areas that are dominated by older existing homes. They have about 8 neighborhoods in New Braunfels, 4 or 5 in Bernie, and the northwest side of San Antonio is flooded with Perry neighborhoods. This gives you incredible location flexibility. Not only do they build in more places, but they also have more inventory per neighborhood. For example, in Vita alone, they currently have 23 homes available. This means you have far more options to find exactly what you want without having to build it from the ground up. Perry excels with the contemporary design, which many of my clients prefer over any other style. They also build on larger lots in multiple neighborhoods. George's Ranch, Esperanza, Megan's Landing, they all feature generous home sites with more to come. While Chesmar might have 10 neighborhoods with larger lots, Monticello has 2, Perry has 4 to 5 different communities with spacious properties. What sets Perry apart is their standard features. Their baseline level 1 finishes are significantly better than most builders' entry-level options. For example, 8-foot doors come standard with Perry, while Highland and others might charge extra for this specific upgrade. Perry's level 1 granite might be equivalent to Chesmar's level 2 or 3. This higher standard of building does mean their base price typically is more expensive than maybe a comparable Chesmar home with level 1 finishes. However, when you upgrade that Chesmar to match his Perry's standard features, the price gap often disappears or even could reverse. Perry also tends to be very negotiable, typically offering anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 in closing costs up front, plus room for negotiations. When you consider the combination of superior standard finishes, extensive neighborhood options, competitive pricing, and design quality, Perry represents the best overall value in this specific luxury tier. So here's how I guide my clients. For first-time homebuyers or military families needing quick move-ins, D.R. Horton is your best bet with their incredible interest rate and extensive inventory. If you're in that sweet spot between $325,000 and $500,000, I'd recommend you towards Ashton Woods or Coventry for the best value and finishes in that price range. And for you luxury buyers over $500,000, Perry Homes consistently delivers a perfect balance of quality, location options, and standard features that would cost tens of thousands of more with other builders. Remember though, the right builder for you isn't just about price. It's finding the ones whose style, location, and process align with your specific vision for your San Antonio home. And I'm here to be your resource through the entire journey. So if you're planning on buying a new home in San Antonio, I want to be your real estate resource of choice. If you go down in the description or scan the QR code on screen, you'll see all of my contact information. Please don't hesitate to reach out so I can be a resource for you and your family. If you're still deciding on which San Antonio suburb is best for you, click on this video. We break down every suburb best to worst, so you don't want to miss it. We'll see you there.